Where's the drums?
Hello my dear chefs, and welcome to the first episode of Dinner Fixer. I decided I was going to start doing this series for all of you people out there that love having homemade, healthy, delicious food but have zero time on their hands. And I'm going to pick a new ingredient every week and I'm going to show you how to fix your dinner under 10 minutes. Today, for the first episode, I decided to go for something that everyone probably has in their fridge, and it's chicken breast. First, we're going to do a fantastic caramelized orange chicken breast. Delicious and super fancy, but really easy. Then I'm going to just spice up things a bit with a Mexican-inspired pepper, cumin and coriander chicken. And to finish off, I'm going to do the super chef fancy plate, which is chicken and Italian pancetta rolls, flambé in Marsala or brandy.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, bass.
The first thing you want to do for your caramelized chicken breast is take your orange and zest the skin and then juice it. And the next step is to take your pan and switch your heat onto medium-high and just put your butter to melt. While the butter is melting, you're gonna move on to flouring your chicken breast. You're gonna take your chicken breast and just gently puff it into the flour and add it to your pot. Let your chicken breast saute gently for a couple of minutes on both sides. After 1 minute, you flip it round, cook it on the other, and I'm gonna show you what to do. Flipping it round, you just want it to have a nice crust, but nothing has to burn. My chicken breast has roasted on both sides and we're ready to add the white wine. If you don't like wine in your chicken, you can definitely substitute it with a bit of chicken stock and it will work perfectly fine. You want to let this completely evaporate and then you're gonna add your orange juice. My wine has nearly completely evaporated. I'm gonna just add a touch of salt and start pouring just half of my orange mixture. I'm gonna let this cook for approximately 5 minutes until my chicken breast is completely cooked. Never wanna eat raw chicken, it's really bad. You wanna just flip your breast round every now and again so that nothing sticks. And if it starts drying up too quickly because, I don't know, maybe your orange wasn't that juicy, you can just add a touch of warm water so that everything is nice and smooth and nothing sticks basically. My chicken breast has been cooking for the last 4 to 5 minutes and now it's fully cooked. The liquid has reduced and you're gonna take your chicken breast and just place it aside and keep it into a warm place. You can see that all the juices have caramelized in the sides and that's where the good stuff is. So you're gonna take your wood spoon and just scrape them off the sides. And now, to finish off the sauce, the first thing you want to do is take your leftover orange juice and just add in about 1 teaspoon of flour. Mix it in really well so that there's no lumps. And you're gonna add your orange juice and flour to the leftovers in your pot. Then you're gonna add a bit of your zest, not all of it because I'm keeping some for decoration. Now, you're gonna let this sauce reduce for approximately 1 to 2 minutes. As you can see, my sauce has caramelized and it has reduced. It has the perfect consistency. So I'm gonna take it and gonna put some onto my chicken breast. And it smells incredible, I'm sure it tastes incredible, so I'm gonna just immediately dive into it. This is one hell of a dinner fixer. So, I'm gonna place this aside and we're gonna quickly move on to the next recipe. take your pan, switch your heat on to high, The higher, the better, because the flavors need to sizzle up. I'm adding just a drizzle of olive oil. Then you're gonna take your chicken, and I like to cut it into slices, thin slices of approximately 1 centimeter, so that they can match my peppers and the flavors can just really suck and merge with the meat. You're gonna wait until your oil is really hot, and you're gonna start adding your chicken. You're gonna let this sizzle until the chicken is fully cooked, and then I'm gonna show you what to do. As you can see, my chicken has fully cooked. It just took a couple of seconds, and I'm gonna take it and place it aside. To the same pan, I'm now gonna add my peppers. And I'm gonna let them cook until they're nice and tender, but they are still keeping their shape. This will take approximately 1 minute, no longer than that. My peppers have been roasting for the last minute, approximately. Now they have the perfect consistency. And you're ready to add your meat back into the peppers. I'm gonna just add a pinch of water so that I can clean the bottom of my pan. A pinch of salt, your dried cumin, and how much is completely up to you. Then I'm gonna just add a tiny amount of chili. Whisk everything in. I'm gonna let this cook for approximately 1 minute so that all the flavors can get to know each other. And we're gonna be ready to eat it. Here we are, we're ready. I'm gonna just plate myself some. I'm gonna just add a bit of coriander on top. And it's time to taste it. This is super healthy. It's perfect if you're on a diet because except for that 1 tablespoon of olive oil we added at the beginning, there's not much in it at all. It's just delicious. I'm gonna stop it here and we're gonna move to our third and final recipe.
So love me like you do, la la, love me like you do. Touch me like you do, touch me like you do. What are you waiting for?
The first thing you want to know is that you need to have really thin slices of chicken. You can either ask your butcher to do them like this, or you can just pound them and obtain a really thin sheet. You're gonna take your thin and super thin slices of chicken, just put a pancetta, an Italian pancetta slice in the middle. I'm gonna cut off the excess because I don't need that. And then you're just gonna roll it into a mini roll. You're gonna take your stick, and since I have super long ones, I'm just gonna cut it so that it's not super long. And here you have your roll, and I'm gonna place them aside. I'm gonna repeat this process for all my meat, and I'm gonna show you the next step. After you rolled up everything and you're ready to go, you're gonna switch your heat onto medium-high. And you're gonna add your butter and your sage to the pan. You wanna let this melt completely, and you're gonna move on to your rolls and just start lightly flouring them. And when the butter is hot and it's melted, you're gonna pop the floured rolls into the pan and let them cook for approximately 2 to 4 minutes. And if your butter starts burning, you're just gonna add a touch of olive oil because this will bring down the heat and it will prevent the butter from glowing black, which you don't want. I'm gonna just let them cook for approximately 3 minutes, and I'm gonna show you the next step when I get there. My rolls have been cooking for the last minute and a half. Now I'm just gonna add a pinch of salt. And if you like, some black pepper would work well. And now for the fun part, which always makes me feel such a chef. You wanna take your alcohol beverage. I like Marsala, I couldn't find it, so as I told you, I'm using brandy, but Marsala works so much better. Add it to the hot pot. Quickly take some fire. I don't know if you don't have gas, and bring it on fire. And this, my darlings, is flambé. I feel so much a chef when doing this. When the alcohol burns down, you're gonna be left with a nice, delicious, thick sauce, which is sweet, but yet it has the tinginess and the flavor of sage. As you can see, my alcohol has completely evaporated. The flames have just got off. As we did for the other plate, I'm gonna just use my wood spoon to take all the caramelized stuff on the edge out and bring it back into the sauce, because this is where most of my flavor is anyways. Then you're gonna let this reduce for approximately 1 minute, and then you're just gonna plate it and we're gonna be ready to eat. As you can see, my sauce has reduced. It has the perfect consistency. Now it's time to plate myself some and finally taste it. Hope you saw how easy it was to make this. Now it's the moment of the truth. I'm gonna just dig into this. Remember to take the stick out. It's super hot. I'm gonna burn myself. These are so indulging. The pork, the Italian pancetta, and the soft, tender chicken. So good. So hope you enjoyed spending time with me and that your dinner is fixed with one of these recipes I did. And if you liked this recipe, please remember to thumb up the video. Comment down below to leave me suggestion on any ingredients you want me to do next, or any other recipes you want me to do in any case. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go taste my 3 amazing chicken breast plates. Hope you enjoyed them just as much as I did. And I'm gonna see you in the next episode. Ciao ragazzi e buon appetito!